Traders, welcome back to another price action trading lesson. We're going to dive deeper into understanding the language of markets, the price action. If we're going to understand price action correctly, we're going to be able to identify the right places on a chart to enter. So the first thing I need to do is I need to make sense of what is the overall structure. I want to find the right directional bias of the market, so I'm not surprised where the market is going and what the market is doing. Because as a price action trader, you can only place a trade when you were expecting the trade beforehand, meaning you understand what the market is doing and what it is about to do. So right now I can see we started with bullish spike and a channel that had a break new extreme, but price action continues working higher and we have series of high lows and high highs. Now this means that my goal as a trader is I don't want to have these candles on the chart without a pattern. And because I have so many consistent high lows and high highs, there's a big chance there's a potential another spike in a channel. If I'm going to copy it and put it to highs, you can see it fits really well. This is a spike, the first leg very steep, and the secondary leg is much flatter. So right now we understand what is the direction of the bias. It is bullish, and we are mainly thinking about buying, okay? That's what is all going through my mind. I'm only thinking about buying. Now, we had a two-legged pullback second entry long, which is a high probability setup if it forms correctly at the EMA, at the key entry point. But this was exactly, or let's say 1 minute after open, and we don't generally trade right around the open because of spike in volatility, maybe a fake out. But I marked this mainly from educational perspective. Either way, this is a two-legged pullback, and right now the market continues to develop. So we have another two-legged pullback, but this time I cannot go long. Why? Because there's a short-term downtrend being present. During every single trend, there are corrections, and these corrections also follow short-term channels. So my goal is to respect the short-term channels so I can time the entry correctly. So right now I know that I cannot go long on a second entry long, so the next alternative that I'm thinking about is either high-low or failed second entry short. And high-low formed bad, and now we have failed second entry short. You can see you cannot go long above high-low. This is a horrible bar, inside bar, and the tail is bigger than the bullish body, so it's a terrible setup, okay? So now this is a failed second entry short because this is the lowest point of this correction lowest point. First entry short, second entry short failure. There's going to be a break above this bar high. Now the signal bar is not that great. Look at the body, quite bearish body, but the tail was great. This is strong bullish tail, and because EMA keeps rejecting every single time, more aggressive trader can consider. Remember, we are still trading a bullish trend. Sellers attempted to create new low twice, but because EMA held every single time and the second attempt is a failure, that's a high probability setup, and market continues working higher, confirming our bullish bias. So you're not thinking about selling, you're not thinking about buying far away from the EMA. Just wait your turn, wait for price action to pull back. Okay, and now we have, just going to adjust it slightly, new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long. So you can see I'm using the counting technique to identify the right entry. And we have another form of a two-legged pullback. So this is a second entry long. And what do you think? Can we take it? Yes, we can. Because the downtrend played out with the break new extreme, it is a good bar at the EMA and the structure is bullish. So this is great high probability setup. Let me measure the bar with chart enhancer, 1.75, not even 2 points, so the risk is small. Great high probability setup, and market continues working higher. Now, one trader asked me a good question, and I want to talk about this briefly. The trader mentioned, hold on, we just bounced off the trend channel line. When it is okay to not expect stronger correction, and when I should expect stronger correction if we bounce off the trend channel line? Well, two reasons. First of all, it comes down to structure strength of a trend. Look how strong this trend is. Minimal bearish pullbacks, a lot of small bars working high, and look at the healthy angle. This is almost 45-degree angle uptrend, very healthy. EMA keeps rejecting, so this is clearly a very strong and healthy uptrend. This means that the bullish momentum is quite strong. And second, the more it resembles a visual two-legged pullback, not just one leg, the more you expect this pullback to continue. And now I'm going to contrast it with the price action example from Wednesday. You can see this trend down is much weaker. The push phase is always steep and overextended, and correction phase is long and pushing above EMA. So this is much weaker trend. So when we bounce off the trend channel line, Here we expect stronger correction. This was a steep spike down, and it visually also looks like a one leg up. So because it looks like a one leg up, I expect stronger pullback. This trend is weak, and if I'm going to zoom back, this was just a downtrend part of the overall bullish structure. So you can see two completely different scenarios where you can expect different outcomes when it comes to bounce off the trend channel line. So let's now continue with the price action because we keep working hard. We are not at the EMA, so we cannot go long. And now we have overshoot. Now this is definitely overshoot because price action broke all the way here, and we have two big bullish bars at the top of the bullish channel, spike up. So because I have overshoot and this channel was fitting really well, you can see how nicely it fits. There's no denying that we have potential overshoot. I'm expecting stronger pullback in opposite direction. Okay, overshoot is unnatural territory. It can generate stronger correction. It can sometimes even not only break the channel but reverse the market. So when I see overshoot, I'm skipping the very first second entry long. Okay, there is no second entry long, but I'm skipping it. We have a second entry long here, but I'm not taking. It's a bad bar, but even had there been a good bar, I cannot take it. It's after overshoot, and we can get stronger pullback. Now there was no bar, but either way, you can't take. And market continues working lower. So what I'm expecting, I expect new high according to trendline rule. But I want to see push above EMA, confirmation of the bullish momentum. Okay, because I don't know how many pushes lower there are going to be. Okay, how do you know that exactly this is the point where market is going to push high? You don't. Okay, especially after overshoot. That's the whole point. Because I want to play it safe, I want to see push above EMA. But we can't get a failed second entry short. Market continues working lower. Okay, it looks good. Can we get a new high? Okay, we pushed so far up. So right now I want to see second entry long. First entry long would also be failed second entry short. But we're below EMA. EMA is not holding, so I need to see push above EMA and high low. And that's not happening, and market continues working lower. So this was super concerning. And you can already see this is very similar to what happened on Wednesday when price action struggled to stay above EMA and continue working lower. There is possibly a wider downtrend. Now, when I'm playing a structure like this, I'm generally safe, and I like to still expect new high. And basically, even though there can be a wider downtrend, I just want this correction to play out and I want to expect new extreme again. That's my strategy, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to show how price action develops. So what I can do, I can measure the first leg of the correction, measure it, place it here, and this is the target for prices. So we can go all the way down to here according to price action. Let's see what's going to happen. Are we going to push above EMA? So right now I can redraw the wider downtrend because price action cannot stay above EMA. I'm gonna copy it, put it at the bottom. Okay. We're going a little bit sideways. Now we have new low, first entry short, second entry short. When I was watching this live, I played it as I explained. I wanted to see measured move reached, push above EMA and get new high. That doesn't mean that if you're more advanced, you cannot sell the second entry short. Second entry short at the top of the trend range, while this downtrend needs to get new extreme. The measured move should also have one more push to get it reached. Uptrend played out with the break, new extreme, first leg break, second leg. You know, more advanced trader can consider, because at this point you really have to ask yourself, why are we struggling to stay above EMA? We keep reverting lower, and this downtrend needs to get new extreme. So there's a second entry short after uptrend played out with the break and the new extreme, and market created new low. And this also nicely shows us a possible second entry long, new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long. At the bottom of this trend range, little fell breakout, downtrend played out with the break and extreme, and also look at the measured move to the very tick, perfect measured move. Now this is how price action works. All the geometry is real, and there's a reason to every single movement. So this right here is a second entry long, little fell breakout, and you can take nice bullish bar. How big is the bar? 3.25, so actually quite big. So you need to use probably limit order, and market continues working higher. We have a second entry long, but we are far from the EMA, so we cannot go long just yet. We are still trading this trend range, so we gotta be careful. Now, had it been closer to the EMA, this probably would have been more tempting, but like this, I just simply cannot gamble. Okay, and this looked a little bit scary for the bulls. It looked like, okay, we may not get new high of our initial channel, but these are the intentions of the traders who move the market to make it look like the market's going to be bearish. But if you follow price action rules, you know that you are not selling just yet. I don't think we can go long here. This is a kind of like a first entry short, second entry short failure, but kind of middle of no man's land. It is just setting up the trend line. It is not fully confirmed here, you know, EMA in the middle of these bars, congestion. I just prefer to wait for price action to break higher, and now it's starting to be obvious. We're breaking higher. Okay, so now we have spike in a channel, large two-legged pullback, measure move reached, and now we expect new high for this initial spike in a channel. Okay, this correction looks stronger, but if you're going to compare it to the overall bullish trend, it is not that big. Okay, you can never lose sight of what is the big picture, because you may only focus on this and it seems like, okay, this is quite a decent downtrend, but zoom back and compare it to this initial uptrend. Okay, so right now your thinking is expecting a new extreme. So I'm going to draw uptrend like this, and I'm always looking for the most confirmations and swings at the beginning of the trend to get confirmation. This is really nice second from channel. So can I get a second entry long at the EMA? Okay, we have a new high. We are not at the EMA, we cannot take. Okay, we have a first entry long. Can I get a second entry long? And this is very, very tempting. I was about to take this setup because this is what we call second entry long, and also we can call it triple test. We can also call it multiple test because we can even take into consideration this swing. New high, first entry long. Once there's a break below this bar, there's a pullback, and a second entry long. There's going to be a break above this bar. But notice how my bar ended. The tail at the top is bigger than the body. So this is not really what I want to see. Had it closed a little bit better, you could have considered. So when I was watching this live, I had to cancel my order because the single bar didn't form that great. It is way more aggressive. If you have better bar on your chart, you can take, because everything aligns. You're at the EMA, the support. This channel is in play, and the first channel needs to get new extreme. And market continues working higher. Okay, now zoom back. Our first channel has a break new extreme, so you gotta be careful. Now when I'm observing a trend like this was a very strong trend to new extreme. So when I see very strong trend to new extreme, because sometimes you will have minor lag to new extreme and you don't really expect continuation, but when I see such a proven trend in new extreme, I expect continuation. So at this point, I'm not looking for failed second entry long, but at the same time, I don't want to go long just yet because this channel just had a new extreme. So you need to let price action correct a little bit. Okay, there's a reason to everything. So I don't expect reversal given the strength of this trend, but at the same time, I'm going to follow the short-term correction and skip this. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay. And now we're pushing above EMA. Okay, this is good. And we have high-low above EMA. Now this is good because the fact that you're back above EMA is confirming our analysis that you expect continuation of this uptrend, and visually looks like a new low, first entry short, second entry short failure. Now there was a micro double bottom, which means you have to reset the count, but you can see kind of like a first leg down, second leg down. I actually took this setup myself. High low, you're back above EMA, and because this was a strong trend up, we can consider high low confirmation setup. Now you cannot take a failed second entry short this far from the EMA, this high up. Now good enough for a scalp, and market is breaking the channel. However, we're not really thinking about selling because even the secondary channel needs to get new extreme. We have a break new extreme. We have a push above EMA. Can we get a failed second entry short? We cannot. Now I can see EMA flattening and market entering a consolidation phase. So I'm going to mark and predict my trend range. We have a break new low, break new high, but we're back below EMA. We're back above. Now the whole time I'm mainly thinking bullish because this channel on the left needs to get new extreme. But wait, can I get good setup? Can we get some good setup? We cannot. And market created the new extreme for the channel to the left. So I'm pausing, looking to buy. All uptrends right now played out. Market is correcting. Okay, we're breaking lower. We have a lower high, but this is an inside bar. And it's not really confirming much. There is no clean failed breakout. We have many pushes higher. So I would like to see in a situation like this, kind of like a second entry short, new low, first entry short, second entry short. Also would be from highs First entry long, pullback, second entry long, failure. Can we get it? We cannot. By the time you get a failed second entry long, it's too far from the EMA. Market continues working lower, so I'm going to redraw the downtrend. Okay, we have a new low, first entry short, second entry short, but the uptrend is in play. Unfortunately, I cannot sell just yet. You can see how nicely the uptrend is fitting. We're not full at the EMA. It's a shame there was no good bearish bar. Now we definitely have technical lower high confirmation of this, but the signal bar has bullish body. I cannot tell, but trendline rule applies even for this move down, and now it's getting way too late. This is how price action rules work and market cycle works. You can see break in extreme, consolidation, trend down, break new low, and reversal again. So this is the overall structure for the day. I hope you had a good trading day. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck with your trading.